You all know. It's hard to... First of all, we're all extremely glad that he is here tonight. He is an extremely talented man, and one thing you can say about Richard Pryor, he is a survivor. And when he is on, I don't think there's anybody who is funnier or more inventive than Richard Pryor, and we're just delighted he is here tonight. Would you welcome Richie Pryor?
Hi there, and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. The realm of American satire has been graced by a few stars who shone as brightly or as controversially as Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby. At first glance, their careers appeared to be parallel tracks, but they diverged sharply. Pryor's early work delved into raw, unfiltered explorations of race and society, while Cosby epitomized the family man, weaving tales of everyday life with a wholesome veneer. Yet beneath the laughter and acclaim lay complex and contentious personas, largely hidden from many fans and even their peers. The tension between Pryor and Cosby was not just a clash of comedic styles, it mirrored deeper, more personal issues that grappled with questions of race, morality, and the very essence of comedy itself. Delving into the hidden struggle between Pryor and Cosby sheds light on the controversial aspects of their relationship and careers. It's a journey through layers of comedic genius and depths of personal turmoil, a narrative that compels us to reconsider our perceptions of these two legends and the price they paid for their place in entertainment history. Richard Pryor's ascent to the pinnacle of satire was fraught with controversy, far removed from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Pryor's early life in Peoria, Illinois, was steeped in hardship. He was raised in a brothel by his grandmother. His formative years were a tapestry of harrowing experiences, from witnessing the harsh realities of the sex trade to enduring abuse and racial segregation. Yet within this crucible of adversity, Pryor's comedic genius was forged, his pain becoming the source of unparalleled insight into the human condition. Pryor's comedy was groundbreaking not only for its unapologetic honesty but also for its raw depiction of life as a person of color in America. He thrust the spotlight onto issues that many preferred to keep in the shadows, probing race, poverty, and injustice with a sincerity that was as unsettling as it was enlightening. Pryor's performances walked a tightrope between humor and tragedy, a reflection of his own tumultuous life. Yet his comedy was a form of defiance, urging audiences to confront uncomfortable truths while offering a cathartic release. However, Pryor's path was marred by controversy, not just in the topics he explored, but also in his personal life. His struggles with addiction and tumultuous relationships often overshadowed his professional achievements, turning his life into a public spectacle. His infamous incident of setting himself on fire after freebasing cocaine epitomized his internal turmoil, a moment Pryor later integrated into his act, turning a near tragedy into a poignant, if painful, piece of comedy. Pryor's impact on satire cannot be overstated. He broke barriers, both social and artistic, pushing the boundaries of what comedy could be. His willingness to lay bare his vulnerabilities and to play on his darkest moments endeared him to audiences and inspired a generation of comedians. Yet his legacy is a complex one, marked by brilliance and implosion in equal measure. The controversy surrounding Pryor's life and career is emblematic of the struggles faced by many artists, the battle between creativity and chaos, the public's insatiable appetite for the spectacle of celebrity downfall, and the fine line between genius and madness. Bill Cosby's story is one of stark contrast, embodying the quintessential American dream while harboring a dark reality that would ultimately lead to his dramatic downfall. His portrayal of Dr. Cliff Huxtable on The Cosby Show set the standard for fatherly figures on television, presenting an idealized vision of everyday life that resonated with millions. His comedy, grounded in mundane experiences and interpersonal quirks, was universally appealing, transcending racial and social divides. Cosby's influence extended beyond entertainment. He was a cultural icon, a role model, and a moral compass for the nation. However, the controversy that would engulf Cosby's legacy was as surprising as it was devastating. Allegations of sexual assault, drugging, and rape began to surface, tarnishing the image of the beloved figure who had been revered by audiences worldwide. The accusations spanned decades, with numerous women coming forward to share their stories, casting a shadow over Cosby's career and the wholesome image he had cultivated. The legal battles and public scrutiny that ensued marked a stark departure from his previously untouchable status in the entertainment industry and society at large. Cosby's downfall was not just a personal tragedy but a societal reckoning, forcing a re-evaluation of the way society idolizes celebrities and the extent to which talent and fame can shield individuals from accountability. His case became a focal point in the broader conversation about sexual assault and the power dynamics that enable it, contributing to the momentum of the MeToo movement. His eventual conviction served as a watershed moment, signaling a shift in cultural norms and a willingness to hold powerful men accountable for their actions. The controversy surrounding Cosby epitomizes the complexities of human nature and the dichotomy between public persona and private conduct. It challenges audiences to grapple with the discomfort of reconciling the beloved characters and comedians they admire with the flawed individuals behind them. Cosby's story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of placing people on pedestals, reminding us that heroes are often fallible and that the truth can be uncomfortable and inconvenient. The careers of Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby, while vastly different in presentation, intersected in ways that highlighted not only their individual brilliance but also the underlying tensions that defined their relationship. Both men were trailblazers in the world of comedy, breaking racial barriers and setting new standards for what was possible for Black performers in America. Yet the paths they carved through the entertainment landscape were as divergent as their approaches to comedy in life, leading to a complex dynamic filled with respect, contention, and controversy.
Pryor and Cosby's interactions were marked by a mutual recognition of each other's talent but also by a palpable tension, rooted in their differing philosophies. Pryor, with his unfiltered, raw humor, delved into the depths of racial inequality and personal demons, using comedy as a tool for social commentary and self-exploration. Cosby, on the other hand, opted for a more universal, family-oriented approach, using clean humor and relatable subjects to appeal to a broad audience. This fundamental difference in approach led to a rift between the two, with Pryor often criticizing Cosby for what he perceived as a detachment from the realities faced by African Americans, and Cosby rebuking Pryor for his explicit language and lifestyle. The debate between Pryor and Cosby reflected a larger conversation within the African American community and the entertainment industry about the role of comedians and artists in addressing social issues. Despite their differences, the tension between Pryor and Cosby also served as a source of creative friction that pushed both men to excel. Pryor's willingness to confront uncomfortable truths inspired a generation of comedians to tackle taboo subjects, while Cosby's success in mainstream entertainment paved the way for Black actors and comedians to achieve unprecedented levels of recognition and influence. However, the controversies that would later engulf Cosby's legacy cast a shadow over his past accomplishments, complicating the story of his relationship with Pryor. The relationship between Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby, while not overtly hostile in public forums, simmered with an underlying feud that resonated deeply within the halls of the entertainment industry. At the heart of their silent conflict was a fundamental disagreement over the portrayal of African American life and the role of comedians in society. Pryor's groundbreaking approach to comedy, characterized by its raw honesty and unabashed exploration of race. As we delve deeper into the legacies of Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby, we uncover not just the brilliance of their comedic artistry but also the profound complexities of their personal lives and the societal challenges they navigated. Pryor's unapologetic and raw approach to comedy, born out of a life marked by hardship and adversity, pushed boundaries and forced audiences to confront uncomfortable truths about race, poverty, and injustice in America. In contrast, Cosby's success in portraying positive African American representation through his iconic role on The Cosby Show was marred by revelations of his criminal behavior, which shattered his once beloved image and prompted a re-evaluation of his entire body of work. The juxtaposition of Pryor and Cosby's comedic philosophies reflects broader debates within the African American community and the entertainment industry about the role of humorists and artists in addressing social issues. Pryor's confrontational style, characterized by its raw honesty and fearless exploration of societal taboos, clashed with Cosby's more sanitized and family-friendly approach, which aimed to appeal to a wider audience.
This philosophical divide not only fueled tensions between the two comedians but also mirrored larger conversations about representation, authenticity, and the responsibility of Black performers in a racially divided America. Despite their differences, Pryor and Cosby shared a mutual respect for each other's talent and the barriers they broke in the entertainment industry. Both men were acutely aware of the challenges they faced as Black comedians in a predominantly white entertainment landscape and the significance of their achievements in paving the way for future generations of artists. However, the controversies that engulfed their lives, from Pryor's struggles with addiction and legal troubles to Cosby's criminal convictions, have added layers of complexity to their legacies, challenging audiences to reconcile their admiration for their artistic contributions with the flaws and shortcomings of the individuals behind them. The revelations surrounding Cosby's crimes and Pryor's personal demons have prompted a reckoning within both the comedy world and society at large. The MeToo movement, in particular, has forced a critical re-evaluation of Cosby's legacy, transforming him from a beloved cultural icon into a symbol of abuse of power and the exploitation of women. His downfall has sparked broader conversations about consent, accountability, and the systemic marginalization of survivors of sexual violence, highlighting the urgent need for cultural change and a shift in attitudes towards gender and power dynamics. Similarly, Pryor's legacy has undergone a re-evaluation in light of evolving understandings of addiction, mental health, and trauma. While his tumultuous personal life and erratic behavior once overshadowed his comedic genius, there is now a growing recognition of the resilience and courage it took for Pryor to confront his inner demons and share his struggles with the world. His willingness to grapple with uncomfortable truths about himself and society through his comedy has earned him renewed appreciation as a trailblazer who used humor as a tool for social commentary and self-exploration. In exploring the legacies of Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby, we are confronted with the complexities of human nature and the interplay between genius and imperfection. Their stories serve as cautionary tales about the dangers of unchecked fame and the importance of holding public figures accountable for their actions. At the same time, they remind us of the transformative power of comedy to illuminate the human experience, challenge societal norms, and provoke meaningful dialogue. As we reflect on the lives and careers of Pryor and Cosby, we are reminded of the enduring impact of their contributions to comedy and culture, as well as the ethical and moral questions their legacies raise. Ultimately, their stories compel us to grapple with the contradictions and complexities of hero worship, reminding us that true greatness often comes with its fair share of flaws and contradictions. In embracing this complexity, we gain a deeper understanding of the individuals behind the laughter and the enduring significance of their comedic legacies.